I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And let's give you a look here at the new.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
You get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Get it.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down now, it's Butler. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A third down gain of 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll drop to throw. Open man, Butler complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
He finds McCoy. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 78 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
56.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and 1.
When you look at the geography,
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
and you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Haskins now off the bootleg. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins got a man. That's Quinn. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run the counter. Dorsey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Dorsey. And he coughed it up. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And McCoy loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he cuts it out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Butler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Detroit.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Alexander. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Lions first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there.
You ready? You ready?
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Come on, D. Kill. Go.
On 1st down, it's Butler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's it. Big hit.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They're going to look to throw. This is Butler making the catch.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Complete to number 39.
If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There was a pass. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Haskins on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Dorsey. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. New England on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
They run the counter. Butler. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
8, read, 56. Cut. Watch the twist.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Hey, pick your game up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Powers through. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Haskins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games and nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, Lot. Come on, Lot. We better than that.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. That's complete to Butler. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander. And inside. He's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we reach halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They'll drop to throw.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Play action. Haskins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Now it's Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, it's Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
That's it, baby.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They go play action now. Haskins.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll look to throw here. He finds McCoy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball,
Going the other way.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Ready? 30 base.
Watch 56. Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
All day, baby. All day. We coming
and it
all
appears
day.
to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Haskins on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Haskins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, here we go.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run on 1st down. It's Butler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
56 and Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
2nd and 5.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watch the screen.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything. Brings up 3rd. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 1st down, Dorsey. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
We got 4. 2nd
and 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Got a man, that's Quinn. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Throwing on 1st down. Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, baby.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. He gets this one to Boyd. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Complete to Tyler
No gain on this defense, no gain.
A gain of 2. Brings up third and 9.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 85.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try.
Ready, set.
55, Mike 55.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run on first down. Butler, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On third down, it's Butler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Haskins will throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.
So for the Lions, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire